Richician!
Hey YouTube, Richician84 here with an updated deck profile for my cat deck. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've done a profile, and this is one that was highly requested, especially considering I last profiled this 10 months ago, in fact just before Valentine's. But yeah, it's had some changes since the last time I profiled it, so let's just show them off. So first of all, I have 3 copies of Lunar Light Blue Cat, one of the few Lunar Light monsters that I actually do like. It's just a great floater, really, to help keep me alive, basically. And of course I do have the option of bringing out Lunar Light Cat Dancer. And then from here I have 3 copies of Lock Cat, basically the junk synchron of the deck, allowing me to revive a level 1 excuse me, a level 1 beast type monster from my graveyard with its effects negated. So it's just a 1 card level 4 synchro play, pretty much. Then 2 copies of an iconic kitty, Crystal Beast Amethyst Cat. Then 2 copies of the fabled Cat Sif, which basically just goes together with Lock Cat and Amethyst Cat. Most of the time I'll use Rescue Cat to get these guys out, and yeah, even Rescue Cat is a 1 card level 4 synchro play. And then Lock Cat, of course, also brings Cat Sif from the graveyard. Cat Sif does have its own effect though, which doesn't come up a lot, but it's great if I use it in combination with Twin Twisters. You know, discard it for the cost of Twin Twisters, and you know, pop 2 back rows, then I have to pop a face-up card, so I have no choice in the matter. And it's also really great if someone's using Dark World Dealings, Card Destruction or Morphing Jar on me, because if I discard this, it ends up backfiring on them. But then again, if they don't have any face-up cards and I do, it can backfire on me. So if I'm not careful, it ends up having to destroy one of my own face-up cards, which I really don't want to have happen. Then next, Dark Cat with White Tail, a classic. So there we are. I don't get to use its effect very much though. It's kind of hard to pull off, the flip effect being return 2 monsters on the opponent's field to the hand and 1 monster on my field. Maybe I got it off once, I don't know, but usually I special summon this off either Obedience Schooled or Rescue Cat to get a rank 2 play going. Then 1 copy of Fluffle Cat, but one that I'm considering dropping, as it's kind of situational. Yeah, if you don't know what it does, it says that if it's sent to the graveyard as a fusion material for a fusion summon, I can target a polymerization in the grave and add it to hand. So yeah, the strategy there is to fusion summon Trishula, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment, then use it to add the poly back to hand, so I can use it again to go into my Cat Dancer. So yeah, very situational, I know. So I don't know. Then a Cat of Ill Omen follows, allowing me to stack a trap card. I'm never going to be able to use the effect to add it, because I don't play Necro Valley. Then again, it would be beneficial if my opponent has it, but yeah, I wouldn't touch Necro Valley with a stick. And then, of course, one of the best cats in the game, 3 copies of Rescue Cat. Just one of my starters, or something to really help get my plays going. So it just opens up a level 4 synchro play, like I said, or a rank 2 play, and it's really great if I get this in my opening hand with Obedience Schooled. And then my personal favourite in the deck, 3 copies of Milfy Catty. Just a free special summon in the end phase, and lets me add whatever beast I want, well, except itself, of course. And then 3 copies of Cat's Ear Tribe, another classic. Something I can just sit behind, and it's great when used in combination with Tenki, because it is a beast warrior. And if you don't know what the effect is, it says that during the damage step of the opponent's turn, the original attack of the monster that attacks this monster becomes 200. So basically, if this and Tenki are on the field, then as long as the opponent doesn't have any buffs powering up their monsters, it means that they can never attack over it. So kind of like how the Wicked Avatar works. Unfortunately though, if they do have some sort of attack increase, then that does just hard counter it. And so does cards like Utopia the Lightning, or Fright First Sheep, Armades, things like that. Then a single copy of Watch Cat, another free special summon as long as I control no monsters, and grabs me my Tenkis basically in the end phase. And the last monster, Catnipped Kitty. So yeah, it's a very high monster count, I know. I probably didn't completely think it through, but it's okay, I guess. Although it might be a problem if I'm on the receiving end of a Crystal Wing or something. Anyway, now for the spells, starting with the best spell in the deck, 3 copies of Obedience Schooled. So this gives me my low-level beast-type monsters, another starter, basically. Yeah, it's just an instant rank 2 play, really, although it does lock me into only special summoning beasts for the turn, so I've got to be careful. It's okay though, because a large number of the monsters I have are beast-type monsters. So, yeah, there are workarounds. Then 2 copies of Tenki. I know it's at 3, but I think 2's okay, considering I only play 6 Beast Warrior type monsters, and I don't really want to be adding multiple copies of Lunalight Blue Cat to hand, because ideally I want them to be able to special summon each other, because otherwise it's really annoying and awkward if I get 2 of them in my hand. In fact, there was one point where I hard drew all 3 of them, or opened with all 3, which is not good. If I had polymerization, it wouldn't have been so bad, but yeah, it's just really awkward. Speaking of polymerization, here it is. Only 1 copy of it though. Yeah, it can be a brick, but oops, sorry. But not always. Yeah, it does give me the option of making Trishula. And then for the more generic stuff, Monster Reborn, my favourite spell. And now I'm playing 2 copies of Pot of Avarice. I was playing 1 before, but I bumped it up to 2. Shame it's in odd rarity though. But yeah, I have a lot of monsters. They can go to the graveyard quite quickly, and this just puts 5 of them back, and then I can bring Obedience Schooled back online. Then Regeki and Twin Twisters. So yeah, quite a low spell count. But, yeah. And then for traps, that hasn't changed. Quantum Cat, trap monster, just goes with the theme really. Mirror Force, Storming Mirror Force, and 2 copies of Solemn Strike. Right, and now for the extra deck. So here it is. Richician, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment. Just thought would go well with the deck. I mean, I'm never going to be able to use the effect of banish stuff, because that only works if the only materials are dragons, and this is the only dragon type monster that I play, so it's fine. It's just a 2200 beat stick, so I can either fusion summon it properly or easily contact fuse, and as long of course as I'm not under Obedience School. And then of course Lunar Light Cat Dancer. And then for synchros, that lineup changed a bit. I'm now playing Thunder Unicorn, because I needed a high level beast synchro to go into if for whatever reason I'm under Obedience Schooled. So yeah, I can easily go into this. I haven't used the effect too much, but it's still a nice option to have. 2200 beat stick can lower the attack of one of the opponent's monsters, although that does lock me into only attacking with this card, but that's okay, I guess. And Catasta, an oldie but goodie. And then for level 4s, I've still got Old Entity Hastor, the Fabled Unicorn, which has been so handy. And finally, Merry Melfies. I mean, it does kind of make sense, and add. Well, it's not really a cat monster, even though Catty is in the picture, but it still adds to the theme of cuteness. And then for Exceeses, I have 2 copies of Joyous Melfies, my fiance's ace monster. Then Melfi Mommy. It's actually very easy to get 5 materials on it. If I open with Obedience Schooled and Rescue Cat, then I can instantly get 5 level 2 beast monsters and give it its full effects, so which is awesome. It is tempting to do it a lot of the time, and it's not a bad idea, but there are better things I can do with those cards depending on the situation, and rather annoyingly, while it does have immunity from battle, if I have at least 3, it doesn't have immunity from effects that remove something from the field, which is really annoying. If it did have that immunity, it would make it a lot better. And I'm also playing a single copy of Melfi of the Forest. Just one, because I'm only running 3 Melfi monsters in the main deck. But I can still get off that annoying combo where I can bounce Rescue Cat to the hand with its effect, and then use Melfi of the Forest to paralyse a monster, stop it from attacking or using its effects. And it has been a lifesaver on quite a few occasions. And then, of course, Ronin Raccoon Sandayu to give me a strong token. And then the last Xyz monster is Zeus. It does make sense, of course. A lot of the extra deck does have Xyzes. So, yeah, it's another option to go into, as long, of course, as, again, I haven't activated Obedience School and get locked into beasts. Now, when I used it in the minor league, I couldn't use it because this card is banned in the minor league. So I instead used Chimeratech Fortress Dragon instead, in case I'd get Cyber Dragons or Sky Striker. Wait, no, because I didn't have a Cyber Dragon in the side, I think. Well, regardless, Fortress was my replacement. And finally, there are 2 links. I've still got Orsa the Earth Charmer and Mrs. Radiant. That's a new addition, because, well, I needed a beast-type link monster to go into, because sometimes the levels wouldn't match if I wanted to do a Synchro or Xyz play, and I needed to get something else out, so yeah, this gives me the option to go into Mrs. Radiant and power up my Earth monsters, which is fine, because I have quite a lot of Earth monsters. Yeah, those are the changes to the extra deck. I wish I didn't have to take out High Speed Roid Chambara, because there was a situation I ran into recently where it would have helped, but then again, I guess the disruptive plays that happened wouldn't have mattered. I'm pretty sure it was when I faced Kai and he was using that mixture of Exosisters and Dinomorphia. And yeah, that is the deck. Hope you enjoyed. Now, people have asked me, what's the boss monster and what's the win condition? Well, to be honest, it doesn't really have a win condition, and it doesn't really have a specific boss monster. I mean, I guess some of the Xyzes and Synchros count as the boss monster. It's not. Win conditions and boss monsters weren't really something I took into account when making this deck. I just simply wanted to make a deck full of cat monsters, which is just random and doesn't really have a specific strategy. I just wanted to put something together with cat monsters that actually works. That being said, there are some changes I do want to make to this deck if I can. For instance, I want to put in a copy of Lunalight Tiger, just as something else to special summon off Blue Cat, and if I put it in the Pendulum scale, then I can bring it back, and then it would potentially make it easier to go into my Cat Dancer. Me and Express Gaming were actually trying to remember if Tiger was still limited or back to free, but yeah, turns out it's still limited, which is perfectly fine. I'm also thinking about putting in some more level 2 beast monsters, more specifically some extra copies of Dark Cat with White Tail, Catnipped Kitty and a Cat of Ill Omen, but I don't have those going spare. Well, I have other copies, but they're in my cat collection. Plus, there are some extra deck changes that I'm considering making as well. Well, there's no cat theme in the extra egg besides cat dancer. And people have said, "Oh, that's not a cat monster," but it's like, well, I don't care. There's not a lot to work with. Although I do have Mannequin Cat and Cat Shark, so I could put those in, but I'm just a bit iffy on how to really use Mannequin Cat effectively. Same with Cat Shark. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of attack points, and I don't play any water monsters, so it wouldn't have the battle immunity. And if it doubled itself, it would only be a grand. But then again, I suppose I could use it on any low-ranked monster, so that is something I'm considering. And also, excuse me. Yeah, also, another card that I do want to get for this deck is Guardian Chimera, which is sort of cat-like, or at least one of the heads is, and yeah, Guardian Chimera is just generally an amazing card. Because what does it take? Just any 3 monsters? You know, just like Richician. Let me just bring it up real quick. I pressed the wrong button there. Come on, hurry up, Edo Pro. Yeah, 3 monsters with different names. Yeah, Guardian Chimera just in general is a very strong card, which I think would help this deck out a lot. The only problem is I don't think it's legal in the minor league. If I was to enter again, no, it's not. It's okay though. But yeah, that's the deck profile. That's the answers to the questions you guys have had, and this has been going on way longer than it should have done. I apologise. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.